state has also been a big stimulus about the cuts. The House suggested that childless adults would need to work for Medicaid. That also sought to lower the can tax a hospital and then raise the federal taxpayer. The Senate changed the law for those that have children up to the age of 15. Limited now Medicare from 6%. A lot of people have been so the Senate together a $50 billion fund. And then finally, there's the debt ceiling. The House operates debt ceiling to $4 trillion. The Senate may raise to $5 trillion. The bill is right now that doesn't mean it's going to be net debt. This actually where it says it's not this way. My next guest is a member of the Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, thanks for being with us here today. We've seen from the Senate. What will this mean for you tomorrow? Will you vote?
Either pass the bill as it is, or vote to pass it with an amendment. I don't think that's something anybody wants to happen. Listen, I'm going to be with the president. This is the president's bill. This has so many of his provisions. I think it is to our advantage. His deadline that he set. So I'm going to be with him with that. To make this bill better, we can roll back more savings. There are things we can do that whether we have to
okay, you're a yes.
I'm a yes.
But to get some of your colleagues in the House to vote for this bill. To the Senate. And so, for example, you talk about bigger cuts to the when you then lose some Republican senators who supporting portions of the Green New Deal construction or have already begun in some of those states. They don't want to pull the plug on. The question is whether or not that amendment House can then turn and pass the Senate.
Yo, what's up?
This is the tightrope.
Oh my gosh.
It's the conservatives against what you might call some of the more moderate members, particularly in the Senate. If the question is,
yo, what's up, everybody?
Do we not pass this bill? Every single Republican wants to get this bill passed.
I can't join today.
It's an issue of what precisely is in there. And you're right, the Senate passed it by a 50-50 margin with a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So
Yo, for some reason there's a thing called Top Fans. It's on my channel now.
The reality is, unfortunately, the
Top
Senate
Fans.
is as conservative as the House is.
There's a thing called Top Fans.
But it is. So
This is how you get it.
we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Send live chats. Do this.
This is the president's bill.
For some reason I have that. Looks like that's a new YouTube thing.
You know, some people are still working through. There have been a lot of changes to this bill, even in the last minute, even this morning. There are a lot of things we're still working through.
Okay, you're a yes, so we'll see how you feel.
Wait, let's see if I can get paid.
Posted by Elon Musk. He said,
Oh, but I don't think anything.
Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending and then immediately voted for the biggest debt.
I can't get paid yet. Okay.
Their head in shame.
Alright, let's actually play the game. I can't join today? Okay. Is that what?
This bill reduces mandatory spending by a bigger margin than any bill ever in American history. It's a $1.35 trillion reduction in mandatory spending per the Senate's bill. That's a huge win for conservatives. Now, again, I'd love to see us cut more spending. If I were writing this bill, we'd cut $4 or $5 trillion. But again, we're running up against a political reality here. And this is a huge win. Not only for the American people, but for fiscal honest like myself, who want to see us get the debt under control.
Are you concerned, though, with political reality, political potentiality of being primary by a candidate supported by Elon Musk?
Well, listen, I'm going to be with the president. The president is the leader of the party. If I have the president, that support, I feel very, very good about where we're going to be at politically. But let me also just talk about some of the other provisions in this bill. The president mentioned in the clip that you showed earlier border security and what that impact will be on the debt long term. You know, for years and years, Republicans have been pushing for more funding for border security so that we could simply uphold the laws that are already on the books. And we would never
where's the phone? But I have to get it.
If you want to build a wall or do anything else, we're going to demand amnesty. So we were never able to come to a deal because that's a no-go for me and for many other Republicans. This bill allows us to bypass having to work with Senate Democrats on getting border security. That is a multi-generation plan for conservatives. If there was nothing else in this bill but that, I think that would be it.
But as the president points out, there are many other things in this bill, like extending the tax cuts. Yep. Another big selling point for this bill. All right, Congressman Gill, you're not going anywhere. You're going to set your own. It's been a few of the topics we're looking forward to talking with you about here today. But we're going to dive into the latest phony antics from the left, this time coming from socialist New York City Mayor Zoran.
Yo, sup, Rex?
Here in this clip.
Alright, I was getting something.
Rice with his fingers, proving the dangers of socialism we've been warned about for years.
Yo, sup, how you say that name? Then, I don't know how you say your name, but what's up? Otter, yes.
Perhaps someone like Zoran Mamdani should listen about the elements and the mechanisms of socialism.
Higher quality is costlier than lower quality.
Do you want me to turn on voices?
People then reduce the quality of what they're producing. Wherever rent control has been put in, there's a shortage of workers. Suppose.
Did you see what I posted on Discord? No. I'm gonna see you real quick.
Which of these two cities was bombed during World War II? He would pick the Bronx.
Maybe,
Because Berlin had recovered.
Oh, what the? Why are you drinking coffee? Why are you drinking coffee with a fork, bro?
Things are a little different here on Riverbend Ranch. Our days started a little early, and our meetings went to the place before. And folks gather in my water hole, rather than water.
You're good.
Outlaws gathered up born and raised black here in the USA. And we raise them a lot different than most of the folks. I'm told that most city folks don't know that up to 90% of cattle born in America have been implanted with
Yummy, bro. It's not yummy, bro. Why fake drink? I'm bored. Oh, wait. Who's that? Is that Mo? Oh, that bag is in the Mo. Oh, he crashed. Okay. Yo, why are you going up there?
That's because 35 years ago, we began selecting genetics for our Angus.
Wait, he quit? Yo, he quit. He quit, bro. He quit. Nah, no. He's trying to be TV with me, pal. Cause he's the model. Oh wait, that was not him. Oh, that was not him. It's the bacon with.
Riverbend Ranch. Breeding of American beef.
Did you know that your life insurance policy is an asset you can sell? Hi, I'm Jay Jackson. I'm the CEO of Adventist Life, and for almost 4 years, I've been purchasing life insurance policy for seniors just like you. In fact, you can use the free policy value calculator in AdventistPace.com, and in just seconds, you can mortgage your policy.
Ah!
There are no fees.
No! Get him!
Get real value for your life insurance.
No! Just go! Let's go! My first win on PC, bro. My first share was actually for wait.
And it was so popular, it's like a sequel. It's actually as good as the original. Maybe better. Definitely not worse. Okay, it's exactly the same.
I don't know.
Most people don't realize how processed typical dog food is. At the farmer's dog, we believe dogs can be
Oh, I got sheriff this time. Let's go.
excess processing.
Digestibility is just about right enough protein, right enough fat, enough nutrients being added. It's real food.
Everybody wants to take care of their dog in the best way that they can. Our mission is just to help them do that.
We have every Stearns & Foster using the finest materials like indulgent memory and ultra-conforming inner springs.
I'm gonna leave, okay.
Mattress and indescribable comfort. Shop now and save up to $600 on select mattresses at StearnsandFoster.com.
After touring Alligator Alcatraz with Trump, Secretary Miller details deportation efforts. Plus, Speaker Mike Johnson has the latest on the big, beautiful bill on hand.
Hi, I'm Toga. This is Oscar. Hi, I'm Toga. This is Oscar.
Let's go! Back to back. Yeah. Let's not make this last stream like the last one, girl. Okay, I promise. I would do it again. Call me daddy. Whoa! Whoa! She said what? Did that AI just said something? No, that AI just said something, bro. No way, bro. No way. I guess it.
Welcome back. Phillips' game plan over the last several years of relying on its didn't work out. So they rebranded and now have come back with a new strategy. Inauthenticity. Here is today's big break. First, the New York Times a new plan for Democrats to rebrand around substance.
No! I'm taking that as live stream and I hope no one sees it. No! I'm removing the clipping.
Of the Handmaid's Tale dystopian future. But I guess that only applies if it's in the hands of Donald Trump.
Please don't come for me.
Their new plan to actually focus on some ideas and not simply being a reaction to Donald Trump will apparently fly.
What if he's actually immortal?
Of Project 2029. As part of that, it looks like they recognize the need to appeal to men. Recognizing and executing an appeal to men are two very different things. Now,
I'm sure the next person who comes out here.
following the UFC, yes, which did this weekend. UFC committed
Let's go! He was murderer, bro. He was murderer.
for President Donald Trump and many on the right to talk directly to their audience, but it's got to be real. It's got to be authentic.
Oh, he left. I really rage quit. Let's go!
Is UFC. And then finally, number 3.
I'm the king of rage bait.
According to the Wall Street Journal, he represents skinny tie socialism. That's the headline. They describe it as follows. The vibe accords with the image. Mamdani established online social media during his campaign. That of the friendly neighborhood radical. Your cool former co-worker who hits the bar after raising taxes on buildings.
I can go back. No!
Skinny tie socialism. And make no mistake, it is socialism. Mamdani throughout the past and very recent past, as recently as 2021.
No! I don't care about sticky keys. Whatever it's called.
Like seizing the means of production.
If we're talking about the cancellation of student debt, if we're talking about Medicare for all, these are issues which have the groundswell of popular support across this country. But then there are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it's the end goal of ceasing means production, where we do not have the same level of support at this very moment.
Now make no mistake, Adami is radical, but he is not out there on the left wing by himself. he has been basically endorsed by people like Senator Chuck Schumer or Senator Chris Murphy, who says that maybe all Democrats should emulate Mondani's campaign.
There are certain things that he stands for and says that I don't agree with, but I think you have to pay attention to the fact that you had a candidate in New York City that was talking every single day about the cost of living. The Democratic Party, writ large, spent as much time or as big a percentage of our communications time talking about the cost of living as Mondani did in New York. We probably win a lot more elections.
Now, I do believe the senator is correct. The Democrats should spend more time listening to people and less focused on the radical and perverted beliefs of the elite. They should actually listen to people on the streets, but if they chase that populism into democratic socialism, or even more so, into communism, then they're going to continue to chase themselves into irrelevance. Because this is a rejection of Western civilization. Once you get out there on that wing, it is communism. But communism is only a vehicle, like Islam is for that matter, of taking down Western civilization. And that's what lurks underneath all of these radical points of view. So when you hear Mondani in another performative stunt, which is a video that just resurfaced, claiming he grew up in a third world country, I want you to understand that really what he's talking about is advocating for something other than Western civilization.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta. Let's go, baby, let's go. Tell me, why is Palestine a part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinian struggle.
Eating rice with his fingers, talking about growing up in the third world. Look, Mondani was born in Uganda, but he was raised in South Africa.
What you did in last live stream again? Yes, bro, it was so funny.
New York City and attended one of the city's most prestigious high schools.
Sigma Keen, bro. Sigma Keen, bro. We need Sigma Keen back.
He wrote, quote, "Civilized people in America don't eat like this. If you refuse to adopt Western customs, go back to the third world." Still with us sitting here. On set in Texas is Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, you got a lot of pushback for that response to Mondani. People pointing out, just for the record, people pointed out to you pizza, burgers, hot dogs, eat with their fingers. But I don't think you can separate Mondani's performance and what he's saying from the way he is projecting himself eating rice with his fingers.
Do you not know Sigma Keen, bro? Sigma Keen was like big up, bro.
That's exactly right, and you pointed this out earlier, but this is a guy who wants to defund the police, who wants to get rid of billionaires, doesn't believe they should exist, who said that his end goal is to seize
hot dogs?
I mean, that makes Bernie Sanders sound like a moderate, and then turns around and defends the phrase,
Oh, he does sing. Hey, Webchi.
and he puts these videos out online of him eating rice.
Oh, yeah, the other part was funny, bro.
That Americans do. That is third world behavior. And that is connected to his policies. You know, the goal here is to undermine Western civilization, to fetishize the third world, which is what he's doing in that video, to look other, to look unique, to look interesting, so that he can then push in these policies. You know, the next step
Ducky.
is he's going to make
I like Ducky, bro. He did the right thing, bro.
It's going to be an empty bowl, because that's
He's probably, bro.
I think there's two elements to what he's done for this video and what he's advocating for. One, let's just acknowledge, it's just performative. That's who he is.
Roasted!
Living in a third world. He grew up in private schools in South Africa.
Roaches. Oh!
It's all it is. And all it is to say that I reject the cultural...
Can I get a shout out? I don't give shout out for... I'm comically traumatized. Nah, I made a memory from that day.
You know, we have so much in this country and in the West. So much economic prosperity.
Oh, why is it in all caps?
Cultural prosperity that we get to enjoy.
Why is it in all caps?
Cultural foundation that he seeks to undermine, and that's what I was getting at in that post.
Well, and it should be pointed out, first of all, I don't think what he's doing in his behavior is separable from what he is advocating. You married someone of South Asian descent, your father-in-law, famously, Dinesh D'Souza. You're familiar with the immigrant culture and other cultures than the one you were raised with in West Texas. It's not a rejection of a multicultural society. unless the point of your cultural wars is
There's gonna be 10 videos from that live stream. Multiple will be these parts, the other parts.
Western civilization.
Right, that's right, and the point of this is to push back against assimilating into Western and American culture. You know, my father-in-law famously, as you mentioned it, immigrated to the United States when he was in college. He doesn't eat rice, he doesn't eat Indian food with his hands. He eats it with a fork, just like every other American in this country. And that's what I would expect is cultural assimilation of immigrants who come into the United States, and that's what he's pushing back against.
Before your father lost him, you fight and betray. That's the concept in the pillars that have been built by Western civilizations. Right. That's the real key to this conversation. Not simply
I can't wait to edit it.
Congressman Brandon Gill, great to talk to you.
I haven't edited it yet.
Washington, D.C. tonight. I hope you make your flight. Got a big vote tomorrow morning.
Brandon, thanks for having me.
Ahead, a shocking plea deal for the suspect accused of killing 4 Idaho college students. We're going to take you back to the beginning of that case against Ryan Coburn next.
Lowe's knows you want your first cookout to leave a good first impression. Hey,
You should laugh.
you need same-day delivery? We'll help you make sure everything turns out awesome. Lowe's knows how to help you so. Now is the time to fill your vault with more.
But I knew I was gonna get more rough.
Piece of America's silver legacy with this.
Do I ever get annoyed? No.
Shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan Silver Dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Call now to secure 1 ounce.
Who's gonna be in my roster list tonight? Or my victims? You're gonna be one of my victims. Well, we have a victim over here. Victim. Hello, Ducky. Is this Ducky DC? No, wait, is this Ducky DT? Oh, come over here like a good boy. Ducky GT! What is this? Is this the cockroach? Cockroach mode I roasted! Oh! Come over here! Come over here! Come over here like a... Ducky Jesus! Yes! You're gonna be my victim. Hello. Victim. Let's go! 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. 6, 7, bro. 6, 7.
Steel is backed by our Solid Steel 5-year replacement guarantee. So get the real deal. That's right, flexible and strong as steel. Get Hydro Steel right now.
To order, call 1-800-526-1746 or order online at buyhydrosteel.com. So call 1-800-526-1746 or go to buyhydrosteel.com.
No, I don't think you're annoying at all, bro.
We plan to go for retirement, but I wish we had more cash.
Hey, I'm a fan watching right now, thanks.
You think those two? Any idea? They can sell their life insurance policy for cash, so they're basically sitting on a gold mine? That's crazy. Not everyone knows Coventry sell thousands of
Okay,
sell their
bro.
policies for cash. They can turn boxes. I can't believe they're just sitting on all this cash.
If you want a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, you can sell all or part of it to Coventry, even a term policy, for cash, confirmation, cash coverage, no future premiums.
Somebody's tough. The city.
Yo, what's up? Oh. Is this the person who stole my food? I think this is the person who stole my food. No, isn't it me? It's probably me. Yeah, it is. No, don't. Yeah, it is.
I've always ridden my bike. Most any day you'll see me riding through my local towns and my local points. And I believe that balance adventure has helped supplement that very active lifestyle. My name is Louise, and I've been
No, I don't think it is Ash.
And I just love it. This was so much fun.
Oh yeah, no. Dragon War Ethan. Yes, I'm going through your chat logs. Okay, can I have my fruit back, please? Please.
The first time you tried that, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer.
They sort of, bro, you literally stole it from me, okay? And you scared me, alright? Now I have a dragonfly. Okay, bro. I mean, you said thanks for the moon mail. Bro, I didn't give it to you. You just stole it.
So, in the early hour morning of November 13th, 2020,
it didn't have any mutations on it. And why did you get a dragonfly? It only like had one mutation, bro.
in an off-campus house.
And I got a food that's way better.
Inside and survived, including one who told police that she saw a man walking past her in the middle of the night.
You're watching it live?
Hyundai Elantra, leaving the area just
Alright, since you stole my moon man, you must give me the dragonfly. Bro, dude, you said you need one. I gave you a beanstalk with a lot of mutations. You said nope, this is not good, and you said you needed another one. But I'm not. You took the fruit from me, and you're trying to give me.
On December 27th, they used DNA, sample DNA, from genealogy services found on.
Like, this doesn't make any sense. You're trying to give you my stuff that you stole from me.
Ultimately, that narrowed the pool when combined with the cell phone data, resulting in covert. Since then, though, the case has moved slowly.
Now I must get this. Now I must get the dragonfly, bro, because you stole it from me.
The death penalty. Now, with the trial just weeks away, Koberger has agreed to plead guilty. In doing so, he avoids the death penalty and instead will be living out life behind bars without parole. So, as we await the official plea hearing tomorrow, let's bring in Kenny Cherkatsky, criminal defense attorney and former federal prosecutor.
You must make a deal. You must give me the dragon fruit, but you don't have to give me.
The plea deal: life without parole, no death penalty. Are you surprised that the prosecutors offered up?
Bro, I've been playing this game for a long. I've been playing MM2 for a long time. And you said I hope you give me MM2, bro. Yeah, bro. I was in the private server channel because I hope no one was stealing my fruit, bro. I was hoping that no one was stealing my fruit. A couple of friends joined me. Like one friend joined me. It was a viewer. He didn't do anything. He just left. He just left like a couple of minutes later. And then this guy comes and then steals the fruit. Like you said, it was yours, bro. It's not yours, bro. Since you quite literally took it for no reason, and I was in the private server. You must give me the dragon fruit. You must give me the dragon fruit, bro. Alright? You have to make this deal, right? You must make the deal. I have another giant moon melon that's worth like 30 million shekels. And it only has like 3 mutations. Golden, Honey Graze, and Windstruck. Yeah, it's Windstruck.
There were some holes in their case.
It's worth 30 minutes. It's probably like 50 kilograms. And he traded it for Dragonfly when they had no mutation. But that's such an L trade. But actually, how much was the fruit worth? How much was the fruit worth? What are you saying? How much was the fruit worth, bro? How much was the fruit worth, bro? Because if it was like worth like 200 million, bro, oh my god. Oh, what the heck? How much was the fruit worth, bro? It's auto MM2, bro.
Challenges to a death penalty conviction as well, which ultimately puts that punishment off years and years and years, if ever. Do you see that as a form of justice? Thank you so much for being with us here today.
It's auto MM2. Alrighty.
We got Kevin Cork with what else is happening. Hey, Kevin.
Good to see you, my brother. First up, a scary jump, and this is a not very good story, but it's an important one.
It's called auto MM2. Auto. Oh, it's a auto. 1, 2, 3. That's the reason, because they didn't have all of it to the real name. How you say it? Yeah, because I already know what they're saying, because it's like YouTube is, where is Ninja Reward? Yo. It's called M2. No. Okay, there's so many people up next to me. Well, I'm on PC, bro. I don't use PC, bro. So it's gonna have a hard time for me typing, bro. Yeah, basically, I got this Moon Mountain Stone that was probably worth like 200 million. It didn't have any mutation. It was probably like 200 kilograms, bro. 200. And then this guy, the orange guy with the orange profile picture, decided to. I was in the private server, by the way. And then he decides to join me and then steals the fruit for absolutely no reason. And he said, "I'll give you this fruit again if you give me some stuff." And I did. I gave him stuff that had a lot of mutation, bro. Lots of mutation. And he said, no, this isn't enough. And I knew he was scamming me, bro. Now, he traded for Dragonfly. Bro, if I still got that fruit, it would probably be worth billions, bro. And I don't think he came back. I don't think he came back at all. Yeah, I don't think he came back. He said he sent me a friend request. Well, I'm alert. Because no one can join my private server anymore. Only me can join it. I left because I'm too lazy to get on my left. But I would do the same because it takes like 5 minutes to get on PS4, bro. I'm gonna look at my friend request. It's called Nation World. Yeah, he did it. Let's accept it back. I accept it back like this. I hate this game, bro. Is that you from the game? Is that? Are you the person who said that kept asking for my username. Username from YouTube or something. Oh, did he join me? Is that him? Kim, did you know? No, not Kim. Ultra Cold Master 6527. Oh. Also, okay. Why did we go to town? I think Ninja will even left live. I would literally recognize that his name, bro. Why are you trying to see my user? What do you mean?
The jury has reached a verdict in the high-profile Sean Diddy Combs trial. The rapper faces charges of racketeering, 2 counts of sex trafficking, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, he would face life in prison.
Peace plus. Who says person? Pancake Kitty X.
Hey, well, yeah, this 2
Man.
trial, which included nearly 7 weeks of witness testimony, has gotten us to this
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Okay. Let's go.
Just learned that jurors say they are unable to
okay. Thanks, bro.
Conspiracy, but they have reached a consensus on counts 3.
Wait, do I know Ultra?
Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I'm done with school, bro.
Right now, we've learned from inside the courtroom the defense wants the jury to keep deliberating.
We don't talk about school.
And does not want to take a partial verdict. We're waiting to see how prosecutors will respond to this major update from here in the ongoing federal sex.
Sometimes I skip to watch you, but why? I don't go live in the school time. Diddy, no way, bro, no way, he's gonna Diddy me. Oh no, I'm so cooked.
The sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
I don't know either. I don't know. Also, Cold Master 6. Oh, wait. If we move to 5, it says 6, 7. Oh!
Various things on the law asking to review more pieces of testimony. Today, early this afternoon, jurors wanted to review the details shared by ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura on the witness stand about Diddy assaulting her at that Los Angeles hotel back in 2016, which was captured in some really disturbing surveillance video. The judge allowed jurors to be sent back with portions of testimony where she talked about what happened before.
Yo, what's up, Penny? How's it going, bro? Hey, are you gonna go out? Okay, Penny.
First witnesses for the prosecution, and he testified about witnessing at least 2 times that he says he saw Diddy assaulting Cassie. He said he either saw or heard it happen twice. He also testified that he was paid hundreds to thousands of dollars to have sex with Cassie while Diddy washed. Will, if I may, I want to go back to my email and just see if there are any more updates from the courtroom. I'm seeing another email right now. I'm going to read this.
Yo, is that guy? Oh, that chicken.
The judge says they have 3 options. The jury can continue its deliberations.
I know, same bro.
Jury can continue its deliberations, and he can give them some version of an Allen charge. I know you're familiar with, so I want to share with our viewers who may not be familiar with an Allen charge. It's where the judge instructs the jury.
Wait, will I get copyrighted? Yeah. Jumping, I'm touched. I'm going to the bedroom to tree. It's a jump. No. Hello. I'm a walker. Wait.
The judge is only considered. Okay, so the third option is apparently not even on the table.
Wait, is it ./6? Hey, do I consume? I'm a live streamer, bro. I go live every day. 2 times a day, actually. At 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. at 4 p.m. Either I go live at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. for the night live stream. I don't have a play button, bro. I wish, bro. I don't have a play button. By the time I reach 100,000 subscribers, there probably won't be a play button, bro. And my username will always be otter mm2. Or I might change it to something else instead of mm2. Otters plays Roblox. But is that sounds too similar to Otter on Roblox. Do y'all know Otter on Roblox, bro? Because I did not know that person. Because someone told me, a friend of mine said, yo, there's a person named Otter on Roblox, and he said he's copying me. Bro, he's not copying. Yeah, I said, bro, he's not copying me. Keep it as Pado on my Otter. Okay. What is Pado Otter MM2? Is that like another channel? No, I'm Japan. I'll probably always keep it as Otter MM2. Bro, let me go up there. Yo, is it raining? Oh my, holy. Yeah, this is big, bro. This is massive. Like, absolutely massive. I'm a sub to you, Otter. Thanks. Wait, how much is that? Bro, I'm about to reach. Gosh, it's. Do I keep it in the caps? Thanks. Wait, I think I'm about to reach 2,500 subscribers. Halfway there for 3,000. I need 2 more. I need 2 more subscribers. No, 8 more subscribers. Not 2 more. Yo, what is, dude? This is support. Like, bro, look at all this support recently. Like all this, but I never expect this channel to come back to life. Like never in my life. Okay, let's do this sub count. It was that much subscribers or do like to start them up. No, that isn't that. June 2024 instance, prosecutors really shared a lot of details about that. They elicited a lot of testimony from Jane about that time because they say it was a freak-off. The press the fire button? What? No, I don't want to click on it. Because I just click on this. Why do I just click on your tabs? That happens, okay. It starts on to the new tab. Well. Yeah. Yo, this is Jane. I don't want to do it. Yo, boom! Yo, diggy self out. Yes. God, why is it on all caps? Pado? No, none of that. No, it's not. No one is agree on that. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't think that's a good name, though. Pado? Also, I don't know. The news media is out there, but there are also several influencers, TikTokers, people on YouTube, and they're all across the street in front of the courthouse. Energy is really high, people are talking, some people are yelling, and people are really eager to know what is going on inside the courtroom. Every single day of this trial, Diddy's children have been inside, his family members. Y'all, I will be live. I will go live ASAP when when auto when mm2 updates to the summer event,
Really quickly,
it will either be after. No, I don't think I can do a live on the live stream. I don't think so.
Some of them are supporters for Diddy. We've had a lot of people out here carrying free Diddy signs, wearing free puff shirts, and they are very adamant and they, side with the defense argument in this case that all the sexual encounters were consensual.
Okay, thank you for that update. CD Cop will be paying attention to what comes back there as everyone makes their way back into court. I want to see if we can break this down for a moment with criminal defense attorney Mercedes Colo, who joins me now on the phone. Mercedes, you just heard that update, so the jury has not come to a consensus on the racketeering charge, but has come to a consensus on counts 2 through 5. 2 counts of sex trafficking by force.
Let's not release Diddy.
We don't know yet what the jury decided, but what do you read into what we know so far?
Also, DuckDuckGo, is it called DuckDuckGo? But the actual is actually Google Chrome. I don't have the browser, it's just an extension. Yeah, it's an extension.
It has multiple layers of analysis, so it's not a surprise that the jury is still deliberating, may still deliberate, depending on what the judge does. The rest, sex trafficking was easy. We've heard already the notes that was actually delivered in court today.
Daughter, do you want to know something? I guess so. Ooh, oh, that's for pure aviation, bro. It's just, I don't see it. What else? I saw it, bro. What do you mean?
So that was very easy, and then the prosecution was equally easy when we talk about all the flight information, like TV recounted for your audience.
Oh, probably like 22.
Painstaking details.
44.
Oh,
wait.
transportation
44. Dude, all pure aviation is you know. No. It's not an A220, bro.
This just paid $10,000 a month to her for her expenses. So, of course, that sort of...
That's not an A220, bro. No.
Whether or not she is a credible witness. And what is not...
No one's freaking... Dude, I know print. I know print.
So, if the judge, and frankly, I'm certain this judge will...
Not you, bro. I know planes, not you, bro. You literally have a car profile picture, bro. Oh, what the... Yo, wait, the video viral again? The video went viral again? I thought the video would just stay there at 1,000, but I guess not. And people actually watched the video. Wow, 2,003 people. Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna open the door. The world will be better without me. Which is why I must keep living. Okay. I just, yo.
If you're looking at what the counts of those other counts are successful,
boasted! You just got boasted, bro. I'm clipping that.
Penalty given, and each one of those are successful. He could spend about 40 years in prison with the all those counts.
Bro, all you see right now, bro.
Then it's 10 years. 10
Okay, let's put this together and make sure we understand it for everyone watching at home, including myself, on layman's terms. Both you and CB have mentioned an Allen charge. Would you explain to us so that we understand the Allen charge?
Well, the Allen charge is simply a directive to the jury to go back in the deliberation and continue the deliberation of the counts that remain. The one single count that remains that needed to be discussed and deliberated to see if there is a possibility of coming to a conclusion. And if this is...
Wait, I forgot this video was 30 minutes long. I was playing with a hack on these one. What the? Wait, it was 30 minutes long?
difficulty in following the judge's instructions, and a lot of individuals looking at the trial, analyzing the trial, believe that it may have been the racketeering counts that were reflecting this particular juror, if that in fact was taking place in the deliberation. So, not a surprise. It is a difficult charge to begin with, difficult jury instructions, and lots of layers of analysis in order to come to a conclusion one way or the other.
On our television screens, we have seen more family members coming into the courtroom, more of Sean Combs' family making their way in to the courtroom. The other 4 charges that the jury was capable of coming to a consensus on, Mercedes, do you have a sense? I know that on Cassie Ventura's 2 counts against her, you felt fairly confident in the jury's ability to reach a guilty verdict, less so on James. But coming back saying we have a consensus on 4, but not on racketeering, does that give you any indication of what you think the verdict will be on those 4?
Well, again, if looking back at the readback literally gives you such an indication
yeah. Do you remember Brain
the readback will not oppose
That's like the most unknown series ever because there only was only one episode. Well, and I feel like nobody knows it. That naked box is big. I'm gonna walk. Casey
transporting people for prostitution, then the jury will come back and convict Holmes on those 2, and then with Jane Doe possibly acquit him. Because of what I said, that what during the cross-examination was she had to admit about the fact that there was continuing payment for her expenses.
You're talking about the questions from the jury, the readout, give you some indication, perhaps, of where they are in their minds before we know their verdict. If you're right, Mercedes, if you read this correctly, then potentially what you're looking at is guilty on 2 charges, right?
Yep.
One
let me get
force and the other transportation for prostitution. I have here in front of me. Sex trafficking by force carries with it the potential for 15 to life. Transportation for prostitution carries with it the potential for 0 to 10 years.
Please don't have bad aim.
Consecutive versus concurrent, so everybody understands. If those charges and those prison sentences ran concurrently, that means they wouldn't be stacked on top of one another. He could potentially be in for 15 years in total. If they run consecutively, it could be potentially the 15 years for sex trafficking and then starts the clock on the 10 years potentially for transportation for prostitution. The reason I bring this to you, the audience, is that will impact the prosecution, right?
Oh.
Do they want more? Is that enough? And will they push for a racketeering consensus if they don't get it here?
I think if Holmes were a 20-year-old, maybe the prosecutors would say we should absolutely retry racketeering. But he's in his 50s.
What the?
Possibly potentially serve 15, 20, 25 years in prison. Let's just say, obviously hypothetically, all of which he doesn't have a criminal record. I'm not sure what the judge will do, and you can expect loads of mitigation as to why this should happen to him, and they should be very lenient with respect to the sentencing of Holmes. But even so, if he starts 20 years, he's going to be 75 years old at that point. And the prosecutors, when they talk about whether or not to re-prosecute someone, it's a 75-year-old at that point really a threat to society and someone that's already paid for the crimes that he's been convicted of. So if I were looking at the DOJ, I would say if those 2 counts alone, if it is not concurrent but consecutive, that's enough for us, and I walk away and say we've defeated him and giving them a pretty substantial time to serve in jail.
Okay. Mercedes Coleman, thank you so much for hopping on the phone. This helps understand what we're watching unfold before us right now in Manhattan Federal Court there in New York City. Various family members making their way in. You can see there back in the corner while they wait to hear from the jury on the consensus they've reached on 4 of the 5 charges against Sean D. Combs. The jury's come back and said no consensus at this time on the racketeering charge. To put the prosecution in a position
I don't care about sticky keys.
If they don't get the potential sentence they want on whatever of those counts, come back guilty. New York trial attorney Rebecca Rose-Woodland joins me now. Rebecca, you might have just heard Mercedes Coleman breaking down. She felt, not making a prediction, was somewhat confident that there might be a guilty verdict on 2 of those, 2 and 3 charges against Sean Combs. We know the jury does not have a consensus on the racketeering charge, leaving the other 2 finally up in the air. According to Mercedes Coleman, you share that judgment? You share that kind of prediction?
You know, Will, I share her understanding that if we're looking at wrongbeing and unsure on the racketeering, we don't have a verdict in on that. I'm hoping that the judge redirects them to go back and get a sure answer on the first charge, because the first charge, Will, is the charge we're really looking at. The first charge is the big RICO charge, the sex trafficking charge. We want to see that Sean Diddy Combs doesn't have an opportunity to then go back, have an appeal, and have the appeal granted, and then we have to see another trial here. We don't want that. We want to see that he gets found guilty on all counts. We saw the video, we heard all the damning evidence, and my concern is that we have that juror that said he couldn't follow the law. And my concern is that's what's affecting count one.
But to be clear, we're down to about 30 seconds.
Use
But
a
if he
small
is found
hole.
guilty on one of these charges, the sex trafficking by force, he still has a minimum sentencing of 15 years at that point.
Absolutely. He absolutely does. But I mean, I would like to see guilty across the board on this, because I think that the prosecution proved beyond a reasonable doubt each and every charge that they asked the judge and that the jury was charged with, based on the fact that the defense didn't put on one witness.
I gotta leave it here, Rebecca. This is continuing breaking news coverage. We appreciate you joining us, man.
The jury has reached a partial verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs federal sex trafficking trial. We'll go live to Susie Cotton outside the courthouse.
This very
From the beginning, and for those people who haven't been watching, we can characterize what the trial has been about and what we are about to get from the verdict.
Hey Dana, great to be with you. So this is another explosive moment in the courtroom during this 2-month-long trial. Jurors announcing this afternoon that they were unable to reach a unanimous decision on count one, the most serious charge in this case, racketeering conspiracy.
I'm so bored, bro.
Just before 4:30 local time this afternoon to let the court know that they had reached a verdict on counts 2 through 5, but could not reach a unanimous decision on count one. Again, the most serious charge in this case. Right now, the judge is talking with both sides about what to do next. He has told the courtroom he does not want to give a partial verdict. So now he's weighing two other options, which would be sending the jury back to continue deliberations, or giving some version of an Allen charge, which would be, which in most cases would be instructing the jurors to go back and continue deliberations on the count that they can't reach a consensus on. So right now,
I just got shot, bro.
but I can tell you when this note was sent back today, it's the 6th note between the 2 days of deliberations. Defense attorneys very quickly huddled around Sean Diddy Combs inside the courtroom, and we saw that one defense attorney left another, and this is really a key moment in this trial.
You're bored, yes.
For 2 months, prosecutors have argued to jurors that Diddy, with an inner circle, created a sex crime ring to force and coerce women into drug-fueled sex parties called freak-offs with male escorts. While he watched, they called a variety of witnesses, 34 to be exact, including Diddy's ex-girlfriends and accusers, former employees, and law enforcement investigators. The prosecutors say their testimony, along with bank, flight, hotel records, salacious texts, and videos, all prove Diddy is guilty of these charges. The defense, of course, takes a much different stance. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo, in his closing argument, told jurors this is an exaggerated case, and he repeatedly called it a false trial. He insisted
I can't play Go in the Tag.
Agency. In fact, he said about ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, he described her as a woman who likes to have sex, and he said good for her. So he just right there, it just indicates the difference, the stark difference between the arguments in this case. And right now, the latest that we're hearing from inside the courtroom is that jurors are unable to reach a verdict on count one, racketeering conspiracy, the most serious charge. If Diddy were to be found guilty on that charge, he could spend the rest of his natural life behind bars. I'd say that the next most serious charge in this case is sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Now, we don't know how jurors have decided on those charges of sex trafficking, but if he were to be found guilty on those charges, the next most serious, he could spend up to 15 years in prison, up to life in prison.
Oh, yeah, we can play Go Garden. Yeah, let's play it. I need to be, guys, I need to be in private server now. You will only be allowed here. Peta? 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 No. No. Wait.
Waiting to find out what the judge decides to do next. Dana, I'll send it back over to you.
Alright, so if you can just stand by there.
Bro, what? 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 What?
So,
okay.
Ford Jr., it's great to have you back. So we have breaking news. We're going to wait to find out what is happening here. What is your take on the fact that they said no on count 1 racketeering?
I have not, admittedly, not followed the case very closely. I've seen some of the headlines. I'm going to be as interested as anyone to see what this judge does. Now, I read it where the first count was the most important. Certainly reinforce that. So we'll see what the judge does.
Okay, Rosanna.
So the prosecution called dozens of witnesses. The defense, when it came to their turn, called no one. In the summation, Diddy's defense called this a modern love story between Diddy and Cassie. And anybody who saw the footage of Cassie getting beaten up in the hallway, I'm sorry if that's a modern love story.
Okay, bro. Okay, let's just do bro.
Sex trafficking and prostitution, I think maybe 10 to 15 years if he's convicted of those counts. We'll see how that works out, but I mean his family is there in the courtroom right now. Diddy has been calm, and collected at one point. You know, he was signaling to the jury, making eye contact. The judge at one point told him to stop. But for the most part, Diddy sat there with his lawyers, made notes, and like I mentioned, not one single witness did they call. They said a lot. I guess they thought the prosecution did not prove their case. A lot of people said from the very beginning the RICO count was going to be very difficult to prove.
I think that's always the case, right?
And, you know, especially in this kind of case. And I think the jury is wrestling with that right now. We've seen partial verdicts. Just about 2 weeks ago, Harvey Weinstein, another big case in another court, and that was in Manhattan. This is in federal court. They had several partial
How much is it?
verdicts. And the judge read those verdicts over 2 days.
Oh, yes!
The verdicts is not that unusual.
Oh, my!
Yeah, Dana, so I can tell you there were some interesting moments between Diddy and his mother today. His mother has been inside for almost every single day of his trial, and several of his adult children have also been here almost every single day. So this morning before Diddy accidentally waved to his mother and another family in the front row, and he told his mother to just relax, and he complimented her outfit. Yesterday, we've had several court producers inside who say they saw Diddy leave his family.
I'm becoming a target, bro.
So we're getting this sense that Diddy's family, you know, they're standing strong behind him from the moment these charges were filed until we get this verdict from the jury, the final verdict from the jury. I can also tell you that Diddy has had 2 books with him as jurors continue to deliberate.
Wait, I have to go, bro.
Are self-help books about positivity and happiness. Diddy's defense team asked the judge for permission for Diddy to have those books as jurors continue these high-stakes deliberations. And I also want to note that it's been very interesting just to watch as these deliberations got underway yesterday. About an hour into the deliberations, they came back with a note to say they had concerns about one of the jurors and whether or not that juror would follow the judge's instructions, or the judge ultimately decided to send it to the jury that to deliberate, and also telling us to follow his written instructions. At this point, the judge